What's up, guys? No, close this. Let's pop up the chat. Let's put YouTube. Oh god, WhatsApp doesn't want to close. Oh well. There you go. I'm gonna put some music. Hey, I'm Rit. How you doing? How's everything going? Wait, what? What? Import info. User does not exist. No way. Oh, that's why. Docker containers are not up. Yeah. Docker compose up. What is the Docker desktop? Jesus. Open. There you go. Yeah, that was my Docker desktop. So annoying. I've been setting up this Discord bot so it works on my Discord channel. It should notify when I upload or when I'm live streaming, and for some reason it's not working for YouTube, which annoys the hell out of me. Yeah. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. So now I could do docker compose up. There you go. Oh, let's do on detach mode. So that should be only Postgres. There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh, what is happening? Were my volumes deleted? I mean, the user table is there. That is weird. Yeah, I don't think I want to show the URLs, even though if you have the URL, I actually delete a lot of those connections, and I need passwords. Oh, nice. I don't think you got to see it. Just want to be careful. So I don't think I'll show the DB bear. Application for this. So I do have the groups there. And I'll just put that here without you guys seeing the strings. So the groups are here. I'm trying to see on the replay whether you can see them or not. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. So there they are. Let's see what's happening. Why are the groups? Method not allowed. What the hell? Probably I changed something on TanStack probably. Services groups was API. So this old URL Oh, damn it. By user. That's why. There you go. Okay, okay. Nice. I was getting scared. So now if I go here, I see one player. Perfect. Games, no games found. Okay. It's all working as expected. Create game. Let's say that we'll play tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll just put fill number 1. Max players 12. Okay. That works. Want to add a group. There's 2 ways that we can do this. Well, actually, that's when I use Zustand, but I'm using TanStack query. I'm sure that there's a way to push or trigger a GET request once you do a post request on TanStack, which I don't know. So I'm actually going to use my friend Claude for this. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. Hooks. How to trigger the GET request. Whenever I use a mutation to post a new group. I don't know why I went to games. Group. Here. I'm doing this through Zustand. I gotta, yeah. Probably that's like step 1. Damn, refactoring is a bitch. Sorry, refactoring is hell. So I think it's the query client invalidate queries, meaning it'll retrigger. So if I use this instead of Zustand as I'm doing, that should do. Yeah, and it's kind of like it's what Cloud Code is suggesting, but yeah. Let's see if I can get it right before using Cloud Code. So here I'm gonna pass a group of type group partial, meaning that it doesn't have to have all the properties. So we're not returning anything. I mean, I guess we can return. There is a message, like successfully created. So I guess promise string. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, this I will copy. Yeah, we can leave that there for now. Actually, let me close Claude Code for now. It's groups, routes. So slash create v1 get group ID. Yeah, there should be groups. There should be I should change it by ID. So there we'll pass the ID. So here then it's also, why is this complaining? Groups. I gotta get rid of this. I gotta add this. I gotta say create, and I need to pass a user ID to know which user is creating this. Which that will be of type string. Okay, now we can close this. Yeah, I'll put the return in a bit. Okay, cool. Probably need to add this. Damn it. There you go. Do I need to get the token too? Yeah. Done same thing. Probably I can get a function here. Yeah, I don't know. It's only 3 lines at best, and just because there's a curly brace. But let's see. I don't know. Function return error, or rather. Okay. Nah, that's dumb. Yeah, nah, that's dumb. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And this is a if not response. Okay. Devad Harsan. Hi, can you add some SaaS app using Go and React? not sure I understand your question. Do you mean can I add it like to YouTube, or is like as a matter of like can you do it as a software developer? What do you mean by that? Uh, 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 uh. Oh, okay. Trying to think. Okay, create group. Oh, yeah. Body JSON dot stringify group. Authorization, bear token, method, post, body, JSON strength, yeah, group, payload, yeah, that's fine, okay. Okay, so now that we have this, then I can go into my groups hooks, and then now I can do groups API dot create group. What was it? Mutation function. Here I'm gonna pass a group. Then on success, have the data being returned. Variables, I'm not sure what this refers to, I'll be honest. And then we want to invalidate, meaning I want to refetch the groups. Variables, why here group ID? I am not sure why for this we have group ID. I guess it's user ID. But here, yeah. I guess I can get away with no variables reference. Okay, data. Okay. Create group. Oh, expected 2 arguments. Yep, that's true. again, we're saying partial because we don't know if we'll have all the... What the... some LMS or some learning management system or ChatGPT, e-commerce, etc. Again, Devat Harsan, I don't know what you mean. Like, do you mean a tutorial or do you mean like have I done it before? Like professionally or as a side hustle? I'm not sure what your question is referring to. Alright, so that went away. Oh, need tutorials. Yeah, I'm not sure if I will be doing. There's a lot on YouTube already though. I am trying to do a course. I'm actually going to do a course on how to do this from scratch, but first I want to build it, then understand everything, because the front end is the one that I'm not sure about. TanStack query, for example, that is new to me. I mean, I mainly get it, but for example, things like this, I'm not 100% sure. So I need to, whenever I'm done with the application, I need to review it, probably adapt it, then I'll record how to do it. But also, I don't have much time to develop this weekly, so imagine that. Even less for tutorials currently. I don't think there is more Golang SaaS app tutorials. Yeah, I can see that. I guess I can do like an updated API, but what I would do is basically, so you have there's some tutorials of people that do APIs, and I have a lot of React tutorials on my channel. But so for example, learn how to set up the API, right? We have your API Go, your migrations, your services, all that good stuff. And then you have your client here in Next.js, and you basically run your app as I have it here. This one is running on port 8000, this one is running port 3000, and that's it. This is your React application running on the Golang application. I could do a simple tutorial because I think it's been a while since I've done a full stack one, but we'll see when I get time. What was I gonna do? Correct the syntax in use groups. Fix the syntax for the use create group function. But I definitely want to do it, so I'll try to do it for sure. I think it's something that is missing, which is why I want to make a course. And I also want to do, I don't know, like I want to do my own platform, but at this point I have so little time that I may just upload it to Udemy and see what happens. Let's see what Cloud Code says. Groups API, create group, user ID. So didn't like get the structuring. Oh, I see. Okay. So let's update that. So the mutation. Jeez, I'm not a huge fan of how this is like done, but so these are destructions. So we're getting the group, the user ID from this object, and we're passing it here. I guess I could create a type or interface and say create group payload, and then I can pass this here. Right, and this looks kind of like props, like the props that we have in a component, in a React component. Wait, why? Why? Maybe I mistype it? See how like it says that it's not in use? Or do I have to create? No, type, sorry. I don't know, maybe I'm like unnecessarily doing all this. I thought it would work. I don't know. It made sense to me. I'm definitely like messing it up somewhere. But if I say interface, whatever, then grab this and then just pass it here. I don't know. In my mind, it made sense. But whatever. What I care for is that this works. So what I'm going to do is add another group. Wait, actually, before I do that, alright, I won't mess with this. So the groups page, add group. Okay, no, it's not there. I'll just go to page. Oh, it's in a, no, it should be there. Where's the button? Oh, is the button there? Yeah. Okay. Click, status open, false. Handle submit. Try wait, create group. Where is it? Use create game. Great game mutation equals okay. So what the hell? Why name equals group? Expression is not callable. Let me see this. Please check the setup of the mutation on file. The file name, what is it? Add group modal. Leon, do you solve yesterday's problem? Which one of all? I did a couple. Right now I'm doing a couple, but I'm so tired. I'm trying to stay awake for as long as I can, but let's see. That's not it. Okay. Looking at the group. The mutation is being called directly as a function, but typically with TanStack query mutations, you should call .mutate or .mutateAsync on the mutation object. We'll check. The issue is clear now. Payload object with group. The current should be what the why? Instead of user ID group also. Oh, these are named parameters. The group one is a weird one, but payload should match the expected group payload interface. Okay. So implement. Actually, you know what? Let me do it myself. Mutate. Then user ID. And then group. Name group. So what this does is that if you're expecting a user ID argument in this function, you can pass it before or after. But since you're using user ID name parameters, so you're avoiding potential mistakes. So that's why I'm writing it here, like so. Can you tell what databases are you using for this project? Yeah, I'm using PostgreSQL. What else was I gonna do? Test U2, delete, or you want test U2, yes. Oh, okay, so it was deleted, but since I'm doing with Zustand, it doesn't have like the invalidation. That's fine though. Django, have you worked with Ruby or Ruby on Rails? No, I haven't. And it doesn't look like a bad language, but let's see. Ruby on Rails. Actually, Ruby syntax. And then let's do a look Elixir syntax. I don't know why they post the shell. Alright, so the module and Elixir is Hamilton one file, that's modules. Function. Okay, so this is the way that you create a function on Elixir. So now let's see Ruby function. Samples. So this looks more Pythonic, I feel. Just did a pre-interview assessment for a job that's .NET, Ruby, and Rails. Oh God. I wish you good luck, but I really don't see the point on having both. Like C# is so much different. Like the only thing that I can think why they have two languages is because they have two different products and there's a rewrite. Yeah, they're somewhat similar, but honestly, I would try Elixir before Ruby. Even though it's not, yeah, like, come on, this is not that bad. Plus, you have concurrency, so still, I'm not gonna try it anytime soon unless I need to. But I would probably go for Elixir. And then C# is like your Java-esque type of programming language. Test group 4. Oh, okay. Wait, that should have gone through. Request. Something wrong in the create. Yeah. Yep. Okay, implement the use create group and set and place a function in the handle. So function inside of the create group or add group modal. Let's see what it does. That was being confusing as well. It's for a state job. By state job, I assume you mean like state sponsored? Create mutation dot mutate user ID, yeah, group. So far this is the same shit as what I have. I need to implement TanStack query mutation global instead of the try catch blocks. Oh, I had to try catch blocks. I'll get rid of them myself. And then notation. What was it on success? You know, I'll let it. I do want to see a syntax, but let me see if I can. So I have the mutation, mutate. There you go. SRT group. Success. Which I thought that was already kind of like declared, but oh well. Set group empty. Space open false. And then we have one more. I'll say I like this better than a try catch. Parse an error. Am I missing one more? Oh, I'm missing. I see. So that one is one. What? All right, I messed up with the syntax. There you go. But there's the stream. I hate those spams from Twitch. By the way, I started learning web dev 3 months ago. Wish me good luck. Yeah, man, good luck. I think so. It's funny because right now we have so much accessibility to tools like Claude, for example. And I know that this is not the most friendly user interface for someone that's starting. But for example, you know, Cloud Code AI, and you just ask, you know, how do I create a post request using TanStack query with URL, and I don't know, you say create game, for example. And then this is going to give you the code. And then what I suggest is not writing it, not copy pasting this, but writing it yourself. So then you'll learn. You'll get some errors, but you actually learn a lot by double checking. So I think that's very useful, which is why instead of me saying like accept, I try to write it my own, myself first, even though it takes longer. But you know, I'm not in a rush, so might as well try. For work, yeah, you may make some concessions. You do care for speed. Not for side projects though. So this kept hanging means that the state, I didn't manage the state properly, so I should have here on success success set is loading false, which later I should deal with. Okay, this for example, I'm a little bit lazy to deal with the refactoring of loading state, so I'm gonna say refactor the loading of the add group component add group modal. Use TanStack query. But yeah, Leon, right now I think you're at a very good, if used well, you're at a very good time to learn web development. So good luck, my man. User ID group, user ID name group. Where's the loading state? I feel that I'm missing something. Okay, so I'm just getting rid of these loading. And that's it. Oh, so now it's using the mutation is pending. Okay. That I like. So for example, that I didn't know. Alright, cool. So now I want to see the new update. So the button, the cancel button will be disabled, same as the create group. If it's pending, it'll say creating. Let's see if it went through the other one. No, it did not. Test 3. Temporary network error. Network error? Groups create. Maybe it's the wrong URL. Groups route. No, groups create. That should be fine. Similar state is confusing. That's why I use is pending variable game by TanStack where it's a quick fix. Yeah, I think so. It's nicer. I think before, like now I appreciate TanStack query, but before we had to deal with the loading state ourselves. So it's nice that TanStack query gives you that. Property. am I getting the error? Damn, just to refactor from Zustand to TanStack, but I do think that TanStack is easier and better for server side processes. So let's see, games, groups. No, just 2 groups. Same thing. I have a feeling the API is not properly done. Group store.ts get this is not a big deal, but I want to see this. Create group. Yeah, that doesn't go there. That may be causing the error. Authorization bear plus token, that's fine. Application JSON stringify. Body also goes outside. I don't know what I was doing. Let's try this again. So now when I click add group, this should invalidate the queries or invalidate the cache and like re-query this. There you go. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Then I deleted, and I don't like this error, so let's get rid of this error. We're gonna do the same. I can get rid of that on Zustand. I can get rid of that, and I'll start deleting little by little stuff within this, and move it to TanStack. So we'll go to lead group. I'm pretty sure it's very similar. I'll close that for now. CPI. I'm gonna say delete group. I already wrote this one, so might as well. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of the try catch. Wait. Yeah. Right, same thing. We get a token. I'll probably get rid of the, or I'll change the cookie string. This development, so I really don't care much. Method delete, authorization, yada yada yada. Okay, that looks good. Use group. So I'll use that, return, use, delete, no. Which says mutation. I'll take a guess and say yes. Mutation function. Let's say that we pass the user ID. We'll call the groups API dot group user ID. Then on success, we want to invalidate the groups. Okay, so that's good. I could probably delete this later. Confirm delete modal. Delete function. What am I calling this? Confirm delete. Confirm delete modal. So here, I'm gonna do const delete group mutation is equals to use groups. What is it? Delete group mutation. Use group result group errors not assembled to delete value. Any void. Okay. Oof, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna refactor this and then go to sleep. Cause I'm too tired. Just want to fix the return type and whatnot. So I'm gonna say in table card, fix the return, or just fix the setup for the delete group mutation. Use the group from hooks. Groups. Use groups. Oh my god, it cannot be. I was importing the wrong one. Wow. No freaking way. Well, That's why you want to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to delete these. Okay, and then when I delete it, that's bull. That's bull. Let's see what I did here for the mutation. Create group. Mutation. So the handle submit is mutate. So I'm gonna pass the user ID with, wait, what? Okay, handle delete. I'm gonna have to pass here a user ID. What? Argument attachment not LT user string. Wait, what is it saying? I don't know why I have to do that. I'll read up on it tomorrow, but that doesn't make sense. Handle delete. Okay. And we have a validation. Well, actually, hold on. Yes, now we have a validation. Maybe a toast or something would be nice. Like some sort of notification, but this works. Refactored and delete. Alright. I'm gonna end the streaming here. I'm gonna try to stream sooner tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys on